Hi guys, so for my author mentor study, I did Marcy Sendak. He was born on June 10th, 1928, and he died May 8th, 2012. He is an older writer, but is still very well known. He illustrated over 150 books during his 60-year career, and he was born in New York to Jewish immigrant parents from Poland. He began a second career as a costume and stage designer in the late 1970s, designing operas. And one of his passions since he was very younger was music. So he would and write all these children's books while listening to music. He always said that music was his passion, but he was not good at it. He was good at illustrating children's books. Growing up, he had a lot of experience and dealing with the Holocaust. So he had a lot of death when he was growing up in his life. So that kind of affected of where he got all of these children books ideas from, because he loved his childhood and he wanted to just keep reliving his childhood and not adulthood, basically. So he keeps writing books as if he was a child. He did not have a website, so I found the Marcy Sendak Foundation. Since he was an older writer, he didn't really write an autobiography or anything like that, but he does have a whole foundation. And if you actually click here, you can explore the foundation's website. His house is located in Ridgefield, Connecticut, where he actually lived and worked from 1972 until his death in 2012. So I thought that was really cool because you can go there and see all of his creative process. And they used to have it open to the public, but now to COVID, it says that they are not open as of right now, but they are trying to reopen. And he has and this website has a lot of information about his life and how he created all of those things. When he started his second career, he started it later, but he really loved to just get on the stage. So he actually created plays and operas, and he got one of his books to be a play. Some awards that he got, I just listed them. I'm not going to go over all of them, but those are some awards he got. They were older awards, so there wasn't that many back then, but they were still one of the first ones to get them. One of the pictures went away, but click on each book for a read aloud link. I attached all of them. So again, some of his famous books are Where the Wild Things Are, In the Night Kitchen, Kenny's Widow, Pierre, Alligators All Around. One was Johnny, Chicken Soup with Rice. So these 4 books on your right are actually part of a series. And the series goes first with the alphabet, then with the counting, then goes to a little chapter book, and then to a season. So the Chicken Soup with Rice goes through all of the seasons. Oops. Let's go back. Sorry about that. Okay. And then we have the literary devices. There's imagery, rhyme, atmosphere, illusion, personification, and allegory. So for imagery, when I put that some of his books are under each category. For imagery, I have Where the Wild Things Are and Chicken Soup with Rice. Where the Wild Things Are, again, is a really popular book that a lot of people know. It's really really using children's imagination. Um, the little boy is taken into this imaginary world, into this jungle, and then uses what he was told about not finishing his dinner with them, and he becomes king of the forest. And that really uses the imagery and rhyme also, because he rhymes in a lot of his books, along with the atmosphere, and it kind of creates the mood of it. Um, Rhyme, he uses rhyme with a lot of his books again. Um, Alligators All Around, just the simple alphabet book. Chicken Soup with Rice. In that book, it says like 1, 2, 3, and it's always referring back to chicken soup with rice. Um, and then Pierre in 5 chapters and the prologue, a lot of rhythm is used. Atmosphere is where the wild things are, and that is the emotional mood created by literary work. So I think he just uses a lot of his imagery and illustrations to set the mood for the story. I really enjoyed researching these books because they were books that I haven't really read about. They're older books, but I think they were really good. You don't see a lot of books like this that often. Illusion is Bumble Artie. This book was about a pig and how he didn't get to celebrate his birthday because he was like, his parents passed away, and it talks about more of like the family aspect and uses a lot of imagery and kind of like the mythological ideas of it not being like a true story, but it still being relating back to something that could happen in real life. And then personification is I put in the night kitchen. Sadak uses a lot of different abstract qualities here because it's about this boy that goes downstairs in the night kitchen and they think that he's Milk and he needs to go and help the people in the kitchen and the cooks at night create their food. An allegory, which is a story, play, or picture in which characters or settings are used as symbols and abstract ideas. I have Kenny's Widow, Bumble Artie, and Where the Wild Things Are again, just because they all really use different characters and settings as symbols of different abstract ideas and teaching life lessons like throughout the book. Reoccurring themes, I have power of imagination, creativity, and feelings. He was really big on illustrating and having the pictures. He has a lot of creativity in his books and really trying to dig deeper into what the children are feeling. And he was really big into actually getting down to the point of how children feel. Again, he was kind of stuck back in that childhood aspect. So those are his themes throughout all of his books. Traits of writing, I have traits of voice, increased reader engagement with intentional writer's feelings, attitudes, and emotion. He uses a lot of different word choices in his books that kind of bring out that emotion and bring the child back into maybe how they are feeling or something that's been going on. So I thought that was really cool. Traits of ideas, develop a single topic to convey a clear message. He always has a hidden meaning behind all of his books, even though it's may not be right out there and it's kind of into this imaginary world in some of his books, like Into the Wild Things and Into the Night Kitchen. But he always has the topic and goes back to what that topic is about. Like in Where the Wild Things Are, he goes back to the monsters were not allowed to eat dinner because he wasn't eating dinner. And then I just have the resources. Thank you.